want to hold any of these animals at all, or what do you think?
Eric, you want to hold that animal?
Victor, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me show you one that's really not a good pet. This is a bad pet, actually. Because when you go to the store, this tortoise, when you buy it, is like this big. And it's cute. And people buy them because they're so cute. It's just so cute. And I saw someone last week buying one, and I just wanted to tell them, that's not a good pet. You're buying a really bad pet. Because this little tortoise is, it's about the size of a small hamburger, really small, like a slider. And then it gets this big. Now this tortoise right here, I rescued her. Her name is Trouble. And Trouble is kind of ironic because I rescued her out of Rochester Hills. Okay? Somebody had her as a pet and decided they didn't want her anymore and released her in Rochester Hills in March. And she's from the Sahara Desert, which is hot and dry. And they released her in March in Michigan, which is cold and wet. And she had pneumonia. She had a really bad cold. And then, to top that off, not only does she have a really bad cold, if you look at her up close, you see she's got bite marks where she was bitten by a dog or something. So she had a shell infection. So she was dying, basically, which is usually what happens when you release any animal into the wild that's been in captivity. Okay? So she's got eyes in the front and ears on the side, and her ears are covered with skin. Okay? And that's so when she digs in the ground, she doesn't get dirt in her ears. So if she gets dirt in her ears, she gets an ear infection, that'd be bad. And then she's got a really hard shell. You can tell this really bothers her. She doesn't even pull her head in anymore. She's like, whatever, But I have 6 of these, and this is the smallest. And then they don't put casts on tortoises. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be bad. So I only pick her up to put her in and out of containers. I don't pick her up to walk if I can help it. Or I keep her really low to the ground. But she can eat that whole thing today, no problem. So we'll put that there and let her just sit there. Now she's on this because why? Because she goes to the bathroom all the time. She does. That's all she does. She goes to the bathroom and eat. So, Okay? What do we got? This is a great pet. This is like the best pet. You can't get a better pet than this pet. Okay? And I'm sincere. I'm often not sincere. I'm sincere about this. This is called a crested gecko. Crest, like the toothpaste crusted gecko. And this thing's from Australia. And this is full grown. This is as big as it gets. And I always got to straighten it out for the dads. This is not a Geico. Geico is a company. Gecko is an animal. So this is an animal called a gecko. There's lots of different geckos, so you don't walk in a pet store and say, I want a gecko, because they'll probably give you a tokay gecko. And tokay geckos will come out of the cage just to bite you for the sake of biting you. They're nasty. Tokay geckos are not fun. This guy bites like this. Do that to a hamster. You lose your finger. It doesn't bite. And this is him going crazy.
No, we don't play right now. Now we have to see the steak. Whoa! Look at him.
So he's not a really fast runner. Very many studies. I'm just lying. We don't make any studies. We just know that. I had him on. This guy doesn't eat any bugs. Well, he will, but he doesn't have to. What he eats is Gerber baby food peaches. So you buy a jar, and it's like 80 cents, and he'll eat that, and you'll give him a dime-sized spot every other day or every day or so, and the jar should last about 2 months. So for 80 cents a month, that's what it costs to feed this guy. I'm going to put him away, but we'll get him back out. But this is like, makes no noise, has no dander, no allergens, doesn't have one of those wheels that go around at 3 in the morning, right? Okay?
Maya's pretty cute.
Yes, he's holding that to you. He doesn't want to fall. This really is probably one of the best pets I can buy. Okay?
Oh my God.
Go back in the
This is also from Australia, like this one is. Want me to take him back for a minute?
Take that, yeah.
Just like
This one's also from Australia. He just goes in here, and then this box. This is an Australian, so it's from Australia. This is a blue-tongued skink. Pet him. I got him. Pet him. So this one's from Australia also, and it's called. Relax. We're good. This is a blue-tongued skink. So if I get him to stick his tongue out, I'll have to try it. Sometimes he won't. Come on, there you go. What color was it? I got him kind of nice. So this is an Australian blue-tongued skink, and if you're going to hold him, you hold him like this, and you pet him like this. It's really important that you have a slope rate. And he's camouflaged. Okay, he's camouflaged. He looks like dirt and dead leaves, so he hides really, really well. You want to hold him for a minute?
Oh my God.
No fear.
Yeah, he's not afraid of it.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, it's a crocodile.
So this is actually an alligator, and his name is Darth Gator, and he's got teeth, and he bites. And this is really, really a bad pet, because you don't want to pet him, at least not when his mouth is like this, when you can get his mouth open. And I have him in a big fish or horse trough in the basement. And I went down there to get him today to come here, and he wasn't in the trough. And my wife's like, "Where is he?" I'm like, "I'll find him." So I'm looking around and I see him. I see his big eyes, and I'm like, "There you are." But if he has his mouth open and my finger's in there and he closes it,
Stays closed.
it's difficult. Yeah, it's gonna stay closed. It's like, let's see, where's Beaumont from here over on the equator? And so any questions? Okay. Did you want to hold?
Sure.
So we put them in here. You can see why I didn't want you to open this, right?
We don't like it at all.
So this is a snake.
Eles não, nossa,
So this is called, this is a milk snake. A milk snake. This is called a milk snake. And milk snakes are called milk snakes because so when the farmer's milking the cows, he sees this snake and he goes, milk snake. Okay. You can't say ow, only he can say ow.
Te-a mușcat cercelul, George.
Ask your mom. So,
Ce ai în basement tu? Magda.
Oh, you want it to?
so this snake, all the snakes I have
Never gonna get
eat
up.
rodents. They eat mice, they eat rats. I got one that eats rabbits. And I want you to know that I don't feed them live food. I buy all the food frozen. I thaw it out, I throw it in the cage and they eat it. Okay? Because I think it's cruel to feed animals live to other animals. Okay, back up, back up.
We'll show it at the end, okay? How
We're
about
gonna get
that?
them all up.
We'll take it at the end and everybody can touch it.
But that's a pretty snake. It's red. It's supposed to be red, yellow, and black. And it looks like the coral snake.
You can hold it. Don't worry.
Hold it. So it's called the coral snake, or it's called the milk snake. And if red is touching yellow, you're a dead fellow because it's got venom. If red is touching black, venom black. It doesn't have any venom. So if red was touching yellow, every year I go, every year somebody would call the police. Every year the same policeman would ride his bike down and go, how you doing? I'm doing fine. Just want to let you know somebody called the police. I said, well, you want me to leave? No, you're fine. Just what? Whenever somebody calls the police, we got to check it out. I knew it was you. That's okay. What? She is pretty.
Oh my, that's nothing bad.
So you know the closer you hold it, the warmer it's going to get, the stiller it will sit. It'll sit closer.
You gotta hold it close, close.
So these guys are called corn snakes because where you find corn, you find rats and mice. Where you find rats and mice, you find snakes to eat them.
They all get one. Oh my god.
So corn snakes are normally,
Oh my god. Guess what I mean?
is he cold?
Yes.
Corn snakes in the wild. Got him? You want to hold that one too?
Which one do you want to hold? Let me hold the first
There you go.
Oh my god.
Another snake, this is really important, it's called a pillowcase snake. It looks a lot like a pillowcase. It does. Ready? See? transport her without getting hurt. And then if I don't put a rope on it, she'll get out of the pillowcase, right, obviously. So I use this rope not because she's strong, but because it's easier to untie with one hand, see? I could use a piece of string, but that would be, I'd be going like this, trying to untie it. So this is Cinderella. So Cinderella stinks. Cinderella is a Burmese python. And right now, she's 9 feet long. And what happened is I rescued this animal, and I took her out of a house, and I didn't know her, and I don't know if I'm going to bring her out to here. You know, I don't want someone to get hurt. So I take her home, and I basically pound on it, like, and I grab her by the head, and I poke her in the butt, and I do that to find out her temperament. You know, they do it up the road here at the service dog place up on Rochester. They take them out in the street, and they blow off firecrackers, they honk horns, they bump up against the dogs. They want to see if the dog's going to run and leave someone who's blind standing in the middle of an intersection. And if the dog does, they don't use that dog. And the same with police horses. They brush up against them, they break glass, they hit them with the swim tubes. They want to see if those horses are going to charge into a crowd of people. That'd be bad, right? So I take her home and I'm like pounding at her. Yeah, I'm pounding. I don't want you to pound at her. I get to pound at her. But I want to know, is she going to be okay? What am I doing? I'm going the wrong direction. Yeah, I am.
He's behind.
Come here, you. Here, we'll set you here.
Don't yell, guys.
Any other questions?
No.
So we're going to get all the animals out. Remember, you can pet the tortoise, just don't put your finger in her mouth. Okay? Because she's not very smart. This tortoise doesn't bite because she's hungry, she bites because she's stupid. Alright, she thinks your finger might be food, so she checks it out, and then you don't like it. Okay?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Victor. Happy birthday to you. Santrayaska, 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 Victor să trăiască, Victor să trăiască, la